Good morning, friends. I hope you guys are well. Today is the final day of my 2025 Declutter Challenge where we are decluttering 25 spaces in our home. I'm gonna step to the side and show you my list of 24 places. I thought I would finish up with a bang because we are gonna take on my entire basement today. We're gonna clean it, we're gonna declutter it, we're gonna organize some things. I am so excited. Our basement is a disaster right now because the kids are home for summer break, but this is the perfect time to just get it reset, decluttered. There's so many things that they don't play with anymore that have just been kind of shoved in cabinets. So it's gonna feel so good to do this. Am I done with my declutter challenge for the year? Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep going. The 25 spaces in 2025 was just our motivator to get started. So I hope your journey is going well. If you're new, welcome. My name is Trisha Miller. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna start with a little basement tour to talk about my goals for today. But first, let's say hi to Gus for anybody's new. Gus is our basement bachelor. He is our 15-year-old chocolate lab. So he is our sweet, sweet old man. So yes, he's very thin, but as you can see, as he eats right now, he is eating just fine. He lives in our basement because he can't do stairs anymore. All right, let's go in here. This is our gym. We've decluttered this space together. It's more of just, I want to get all the floors clean today. So we're gonna do that. I can definitely put some things away, get this a little bit more organized. So we're gonna hit that up. We're going to be getting all of the ping pong stuff gathered and finally put together. This is my cleaning product lineup. I just got everything and brought it all downstairs. For vacuuming and cleaning the floors, I'm gonna use my Bissell Crosswave. We've talked about the vacuum saga in our house. Thank you so much for the recommendations you guys have given me. We're gonna be purchasing something in the near future. I'm kind of hoping to just ride it out with the Crosswave this summer and then early fall, just start shopping some sales. Bathroom needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna look under the cabinet, do some decluttering in there. This is my craft room for anybody new. I'm not gonna do, oh, hello, horse. I'm not gonna do anything in here today because my next probably 1 or 2 videos, we're gonna be doing some more decluttering and organizing, and it's gonna be in the craft room and the office because I'm gonna take a lot of stuff from the office and move it down to the craft room, get that organized. So we're not gonna touch the craft room today. Hello, Gus. And now over here, let's talk about my least favorite toy, but also I kinda love it because it's so good, and that is Legos. Legos have taken over our life. Full transparency, I was gonna get rid of all my kids' Legos, but they have all of a sudden started caring so much about them. It's actually really sweet. They'll like not even care about screen time. The 3 of them will get together and just start building things. So I need to take the Harry Potter Legos. I've gotten permission from them to display them over there, but everything else, I just need to get our Legos probably decluttered a little bit. I can donate certainly probably a bin full. These are just all kinds of fort sheets, toys, all these things. So some donations in there. We need to go through these cabinets. Might want to, put the cushion back in the couch at some point today. It's wild, guys. Kids are home for summer. Wild things are happening. Video games, things like that. So we need to go through that. I mean, these little Nerf darts are going to be everywhere. So I don't know. Do you have a system for keeping them organized? Everywhere I look, there's Nerf darts. And they haven't played with their Nerf things in a long time. So that's a little scary. Over here, it's just a matter of cleaning these cabinets. We definitely need to go through them, get those decluttered and organized, and just give a good deep cleaning down here. This is Rory's like blow up gymnastics mat. I don't know where else to keep it, so it's just gonna live there for now. She uses it almost every single day. She's getting ready for cheer season to start again in July, so she's been practicing all of her tumbling, so I'll probably move it out of the way while we're cleaning and stuff, but it just, this is a kid basement, so I'm okay with stuff like that. All right, let's get started. Oh, really quickly, one more thing. You're probably gonna see yoga mats everywhere and extra rugs. We added those for our sweet Gus because he will slip on the floors down here. So these are just little traction things for him. So I'm gonna pick them up while we clean and vacuum and do the floors and stuff. But then I also just wanna get the carpet shampooed and then just get all the yoga mats wiped down as well. If you have a senior dog, highly recommend just putting some yoga mats down if you're having that same issue. I have two different methods that I follow when I'm starting a big declutter and organize project. If I'm really tired that day, then my method is to start with something easy and kind of get that momentum going. If I'm feeling the energy, which I was feeling in this moment today, I start with the hardest project. That way I can just get it done and everything else just seems a little bit easier as I go. Start with my high energy, and as it dwindles throughout the day, I'm not having to do as much. So both methods have been effective for me. Let me know if you follow a similar route when you are decluttering something. And also just a word of caution to all the moms out there with maybe younger kids who are just now discovering Nerf shooters or getting them for birthday presents and stuff. Always get them some like plastic glasses to wear, sunglasses, goggles, anything just to protect their eyes, because you would be surprised at how fast those darts shoot out. And you always just want to keep those eyeballs safe. So just a little word of caution for everybody out there. Okay, I found a use for my OXO containers. These used to be in our pantry. I try to hold on to any type of organization bin that I think I'll reuse for something. These were still in good shape, but our food was just getting stale inside of them, so I stopped using them in our pantry probably a year ago, but I held on to them. They're gonna be perfect for all of these Nerf darts, and you better believe, oh, this was the issue. I forgot, the lids were breaking too. Hold on, I have another lid. But anyway, you better believe when the kids get these out with their friends, I'm gonna make them pick up every single one of them and put them back in here. Or at least I'm gonna try to remember to do that. Okay, this one works. We're gonna find a lot more. So I gotta find a lid that's gonna work on the other one because I'm sure going to fill up another one of these, but I thought this would be a great use. It's plastic, so if it falls on the floor, it's not gonna shatter like glass, so we're good with that. So I'm gonna put this back in. The kids wanna hold on to their Nerf shooters for now, so I'm gonna put them back in this bin. This will be just our designated Nerf bin. I have no idea what's in this one. I see one more sheet for fort building, but we'll go and we'll do this bin next. So I'm already feeling good. Sometimes you just have to start to get that excitement and that momentum to just keep on going. All right, let's go. And you know that you can't take another day. Oh, that's not okay. We can never go back this road. You never go back that way. I see you standing in the corner like it's so okay. I'm just gonna leave this out because I know we're gonna keep adding some to it. So leave that for now. Oh my gosh, that's massive. How does this even work? Oh, it does have a spot for the darks. Do your kids have this? I think this was absolutely a birthday present at some point. There was one birthday party where, I think it was for Charlie, like almost every kid got him a Nerf shooter. That's where most of these have come from, birthday parties. Okay. Oh, more. Well, seems excessive. Do we really need all of these? Ooh, another mask. This is important. I might have the kids go through these later on and just start to whittle it down to a few less. I don't think we need all of these. I mean, we could host a party of like 50 people at this point. It always makes me laugh at birthday parties because you can totally tell, you know, that your kids' friends ask them at school, hey, what do you want for your birthday? And Charlie, absolutely, I'm sure every kid that asked him said he wanted a Nerf shooter because he didn't have one. That I remember distinctly that birthday party. I think it was his 9th birthday party is when he got so many Nerf shooters. So I definitely blame Charlie for that. But it's just, they do that at school. You know, they're excited about the party. And I have absolutely said to my kids, hey, ask so-and-so what they want for their birthday, you know, the week of the party so we know what to buy for them. But it's just so funny because you have to maybe warn your kid, maybe don't tell everybody the exact same thing. I also have loved this trend of parties where the parents put on the, you know, invitation, a $5 party. Have you ever heard that? And they just say, instead of a gift, if you feel inclined to send something, just, you know, give $5 and then the kid can, you know, buy a big thing that they've been wanting. Or even the parties where they say, please don't bring a gift. But then I always just feel bad. In those cases, my kids will just like make a homemade card for their friend with a drawing or something like a little bit more thoughtful, because I always just feel terrible showing up to parties, not bringing a gift, it just feels wrong, especially a kid's party. But I do love this option of like just everybody brings cash instead and letting the kid and the parents decide what they truly need. Rory has never had a big birthday party with friends. She's always chosen an experience to go to the American Girl doll store, which honestly probably costs more money than a big party, but it is fun to do experiences as well. Let me know if you guys have done that before. Oh my goodness, you guys, the amount of stuff that was behind this. And I also know I need to do the same thing over there because I am going into some deep cleaning today. We might as well get it all done. I'm gonna go grab the broom upstairs to kind of shimmy everything out and then vacuum behind here. It's so easy to ignore the stuff that falls behind. And trust me, I did, because look how much stuff is back there. But I really encourage you guys, when you are dedicating the time to do a clean, declutter, and organize in a space, don't forget to clean. It is so worth it. And you think about it, a lot of the times we're emptying things out and it's that perfect opportunity to just spray a little cleaner and wipe something down or do a little bit of dusting. It will just give it so much more longevity. And it's rare that we have a drawer emptied out or a cabinet emptied out. So I really encourage you to take the time to do the cleaning. Don't skip that step. I had to pause, obviously, for a real life mom moment to open Rory's, what she calls spicy water. We've talked about this, you guys. She takes one sip of it and then she is done with it, but she's trying to fit in and keep up with her brothers this summer, which is also just fun in itself. And so I've learned just kind of keep an eye out on where she goes with that sparkling spicy water, as she calls it. And then when she sets it down, I know she's done with it, and then I'll just finish it. The key is to keep my eye on her so I can drink it while it's still cold. But she's probably 1 to 3 sips and then she's done. But she's really trying to keep up with her brothers this summer, which is new. Normally she could care less what her brothers are doing, and she doesn't realize how lucky she is, because Charlie and Liam are the most incredible big brothers to her. They always include her when their friends are over. They always play with her at the pool. They never say no to her. If they're playing basketball, they try to play a little bit more gently when they're throwing the ball up and things like that to include her in that. And it's really nice to see. And I feel like it's not anything that Steven and I have done or gotten them on them about. They're just genuinely really kind big brothers. And I just hope that relationship just always stays that way with them. And now, let me be very honest with you. Do they still fight? Do they still argue? Do they still get really tired of each other? 100%. So don't get me wrong. They still have real kid moments. But it's just really fun to see the 3 of them together. And just each summer, as they get older and older, it's like every summer is just completely different. And it's just really cool to see. I'm getting to the point in the declutter journey where I think I've only done this one area and I have this whole basement to still do, and it gets overwhelming. And I think that's what keeps people from actually getting the decluttering done. So here's an idea for you guys and just some suggestions if you get to the point where you're overwhelmed and it just makes you tired and you don't want to do it anymore. Take a break. Sip on an iced coffee. Do whatever break you need to do, but set a timer. So I have one more goal. I do want to get the Lego cabinet over here done, and then I'm going to take a lunch break. I'm going to go have lunch with Steven and the kids. I'll set a timer on my watch so that I don't make it an extended break, because that's the key. Get back to it. So when your timer goes off, just get back to it. But take a break, you guys. It's okay to stop. It's okay if you have to do this over multiple days. Decluttering is not something that just needs to be done in one day. So give yourself some grace and remember that, but make sure you get back to it. So here's the plan for the Legos. I just remembered, Teachers typically like Legos donated to the classroom. They use them for sensory activities, sometimes just for like rotating things, counting them when they're in kindergarten. So I'm gonna bag up some of our Legos and I'm gonna save them for the school year. I'm just gonna store them in the garage now and I'm gonna donate them to the school. So there's an idea for you guys if you're kind of swimming in Legos like we are, because my kids don't need all of these Legos. So it's time to donate some. I'll hold on to some. I'm gonna donate some. That feels like a really good compromise. And then we'll see once they go back to school in the fall if they still have that Lego motivation. And if not, I'm just gonna donate all of them. All right, let's keep going. Another place I just thought about that will typically take Lego donations is the public library. So if you have some extra Legos to donate, check with your public library. I decided I was going to recruit Liam and Rory to help me with this part. They were in that helpful mood and they wanted to participate. So I gave each of us 2 big gallon-sized Ziploc bags and then a cup to scoop up the Legos. It went a lot faster with cups than trying to just pick them up with our hands. And so the goal was to get 6 bags of Legos and then we can save them for the start of the school year, and I'll check in with the teachers. And then if the teachers don't need them, I can check with the library. And then if not, I can just donate them with all of the other things that we donate. But as a former teacher myself, I know how helpful it is when parents send in donations like that. So I'm going to reserve these for those teachers and just see if they need them. A quick tip for you guys and something to think about if you have younger kids with lots of toys, or for example, kids with lots of Legos, and you know that they're going to still play with them, but you still kind of feel overwhelmed with the amount of things, you could give yourself just a set location to keep everything. And when that place is filled up, then you donate the rest. And so like with our Legos, we have these 6 bins. It's 3 bigger ones on the bottom and 3 smaller ones on the top. I got this from Target a few years ago. If they still have something like this, I'll link it for you guys. And just by the way, I'll try to link as much as I can, but just leave me a comment if I forget something. But this way I knew I had those 6 bins, and when it was full, I decided to even donate more Legos because we truly don't need that much. And so just give yourself a limited space and stick to it. All right, let's check in. I took a break. Definitely rejuvenated me. I hope you take a break as well. Also, if you need a new sparkling water flavor, the bubbly melted ice pop, so good, perfect for summer. Anyways, I have about 3 hours until I need to take Liam and Rory over to my mom's house. They're gonna do a sleepover over there tonight. So I am very motivated to just get this done. It's a Friday when I'm filming this. I wanna just be done. I don't wanna go into the weekend with this weighing on me, knowing that I have to keep doing it. We're just gonna get it done. We're gonna get into turbo mode, maybe even make another iced coffee if we need to, and cheers, we're gonna do this. Okay, don't tell my kids, but I'm doing a little bit of a sneaky experiment here. I'm taking those Harry Potter Legos and I'm storing them in these white bins. I'm not donating them. I'm not taking them apart. I'm being very careful. But I'm just going to keep them in these bins for now and see if my kids even care or notice that they are not displayed. It's not a matter of me wanting to donate them. Like, I know these are Legos that they care about and things like that. It's more just their need to display them all over our basement, because what ends up happening is a basketball hits them and they break and somebody gets upset, or a ping pong ball, or just roughhouse, a Nerf dart, something breaks them. So the need to display them is not really working out. So I'm just going to kind of put them away for now, see if anybody notices. We're about 4 days in when I'm doing this voiceover and none of my kids have asked about them. So Sometimes you just have to try things, put them away for a little bit. It's also a strategy if your kids are kind of getting tired of their toys. I did this when they were younger, when they played with a lot of toys. I would have a bin that I would store like in the attic or deep in a closet where they wouldn't see it of some toys, and then rotate the toys out, and it felt like new stuff, but really I was just kind of rotating and limiting what they had access to. So that can be a fun little strategy for your kids as well. Best surprise ever, I totally forgot, oh, that's Gus, that we already cleaned out these cabinets. I haven't done the drawers, so I'm gonna do the drawers, but we did that recently. That should be a part of my 25 spaces. I totally forgot we already did that. Oh, thank goodness, that's the win that I needed right now. So all I have left, Gus says hello, is 2 drawers, and then we're gonna get to cleaning. Yay. Well, that's amazing. There was nothing in these drawers. Maybe we did do the drawers together. No, that one was pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna have some donations, some paper, and the thing that I've been looking for so that my mouse for my computer actually works. No idea how I ended up in that drawer. Gus is still chatting with me. That could lead me back to those days when we were happy. We said we would never give up. I feel really good about all the donations I was able to get, and I forgot to mention this at the start of the video, I already set up a donation pickup. That is something that really helps me to get motivated to do a donation. Is I'll go online, I'll set up my donation pickup, and then I kind of have a deadline that I have to get it done by. And then also once I get that first round of donating, I do what I call speed decluttering. My family always gets a little bit terrified when they see me with a trash bag running around our house, just stuffing it with stuff. I always do that the night before donation pickup comes, because I put everything out on the porch and I just see like what I can grab last minute to maximize that donation as much as possible. So you see my kids grabbing their prized possessions and hiding them from me because they know that I mean business when I've got that trash bag. I want to take a minute to talk to you guys about my own decluttering journey, why I started this challenge with everybody, and just what motivates me to do this, because it can be strenuous depending on the small declutter spot or the large declutter spot that you picked. It can be overwhelming. It can be strenuous. You have to dedicate time to it, time that you would probably want to be doing a million other things, but it is so worth it. That's why I do it. I see so much the positive impact for my kids, for my husband, for myself, when our home is decluttered and organized, because I also see the opposite. When things get cluttered up, my brain feels cluttered up, my family gets overwhelmed, everybody gets grumpy when they're overwhelmed. It is just so nice to be in a clean and organized space where there is a place for everything. There's routines, there's systems. That's just where my family thrives. And that's my motivator to declutter, and just hopefully to teach my kids healthy habits that we don't need to have a bunch of stuff to be happy. Possessions aren't what bring us happiness. It's the people around us. It's the memories we're making. And so just trying to really fight that just society thing of everybody just wanting everything all at once. So there's a lot of just layers to why I declutter. And so I hope I can encourage you guys to just start that journey on your own. I will put my whole playlist up if you need just a little bit extra motivation and tips and advice, because I've gone into a lot more detail about process and things like that in other videos. I didn't want to repeat everything in today's video since we're wrapping up this challenge, but definitely a lot of information in the other ones. Quick little iced coffee break. Let me update you on kind of the plan now for the floors. Everything that I can possibly pick up, I have picked up and put up above so the floors are as clear as possible. I picked up the yoga mats. I picked up the little rugs that I can move. I think I'm gonna first vacuum. I'm gonna use my Bissell Crosswave. I'm just gonna use the vacuum feature for a minute and just give everything a really good vacuuming. Technically, you can vacuum and mop at the same time, but I think there is so much Gus hair all over the place and just dust and stuff like that, that I would just have to be cleaning out the wet water tank the whole time, and I don't want to do that. So it's easier just to do the vacuum, get a full layer done, and then we're gonna do the mopping. But I have a feeling even when we mop, there's still gonna be a lot of stuff in there, but it's gonna feel so good. It already just feels so much more peaceful down here. All right, so
to hurt you like I did. Now I need you to forgive me for the pain I caused you. Rain will wash away the sadness in our hearts. Lights will guide us to a place where we can start all over now. Tell me why we have to hit the ground when it's easier to fly
I first want to say thank you to you guys because you gave me some really good recommendations for vacuums. Just to catch anybody up really quickly that missed my last video where I talked about my vacuum saga, my Dyson, my cordless Dyson that we have only had for 3 years at this point, is just completely broken. I've tried all the different hacks and things. I don't have a warranty on it. I am going to still try to call Dyson. I haven't done that yet. One of you recommended that I do it, and I think it's worth a shot. I do. I'm a little bit upset that it's already broken and just kind of losing my faith in Dyson at this point, but I know that's kind of silly. It's just one vacuum, one situation. But I am frustrated because the price is so expensive for a Dyson, and when you invest in a really expensive vacuum, you want that thing to last for a long time. And I cleaned the filtered. I did everything that you're supposed to do to keep up with it to keep the lifespan going. So I did all those things. I think that's why I'm even more frustrated. But anyway, it's not working. It's donezo. And so I don't have a really good vacuum. The Dyson was super powerful. My other ones are not as powerful. But I will tell you, my Crosswave that I have, I honestly kind of forgot about it because it was in the basement. I use it periodically. It is really getting me through this in-between time right now because what I do, I'll compare the Tinico to the Crosswave for you guys really quickly. So the Crosswave, what I love is you can just vacuum with it. So there's a button you push where it doesn't do any of the mopping. It's just a straight up vacuum. And the dustbin is so much easier to clean out than my Dyson because you just pull this little thing up and everything comes out. I don't have to dig into a tube or anything like that I had to do with my Dyson to get the hair out. So that's a huge plus for the Crosswave. It is easy to vacuum with. I don't think it quite has the full suction power that the Dyson does. I'd have to pull up the stats to really see like all the numbers and stuff, but it just doesn't feel as powerful when I'm vacuuming, but it gets the job done. It is a wet dry mop as well. So right now I'm mopping and it mops and vacuums at the same time. So you can then turn that feature on. So that's exactly also what the Tinico does. So I have a Tinico as well that I use mostly upstairs. And so that though, the difference between the Tinico and the Crosswave is that the Tinico is only a mop vacuum. So there isn't a button that you can push to use it just for vacuuming. So the water comes out every time no matter what. Something different that I noticed with the water, and you'll see that when we dump out the dirty water, the Tinico, every time I use it, if I did my whole basement like I'm doing right now with the Crosswave, I would fill up that entire tank with dirty water. It'd be a lot of water that came out at the end. With the Crosswave, it's only a little bit of water that comes out. And so I don't know if it just doesn't give off as much water, or I don't know, but it's definitely significantly less dirty water that you're dumping out. And I did a lot. I did our entire basement. The other difference between the Tinico and the Crosswave as far as when you're doing the mopping feature is, as you can see, I'm on a rug. The Crosswave does refresh carpets. You're not supposed to use the Tinico on a carpet or an area rug. I hear some people still do, but I don't because I don't want it to break. But you can, the Crosswave is made to do that. It's not deep cleaning. It just kind of gives it a little refresh. I'm also, as you saw, I mopped around Gus. I didn't want to disturb him. He was taking a nice nap, but then I was worried that he was going to be slippery because it was a little wet. So, Mama had to get some paper towels and make sure I dried the area around him so he didn't slip when he got up. So that's what I'm doing right now. But anyway, I do love my Tinko. I think it's a better, so just to give a final comparison, I love the Crosswave because you can also vacuum. And so that's a huge plus. Also, really sorry. I normally give a heads up about dirty water so you can close your eyes. So sorry, you guys. There's some dirty water for you. Anyways, like the Crosswave for the vacuum feature only. But I prefer, for as far as a wet, dry mop situation, the Tinko. I think that one does a better job with the mopping. One more thing that I will say is just to give anybody out there who is also on the hunt for a new vacuum, the one that the most of you recommended for me is the Shark Power Detect Clean and Empty Cordless Vacuum. I'm starting to price them out. I'm almost positive that's going to be the one that we get to replace our Dyson if Dyson is not willing to help me. I found one at Walmart that is beautiful. It's white with gold features. Not that your vacuum has to be pretty, but it is certainly an added bonus. And I want to say that it was less than $400. I'll go ahead and link it for you guys. I can't give you any type of feedback because I don't own it yet, but I know that the majority of you did recommend that as a cordless vacuum to replace my Dyson. So I'm almost positive that's the one I'm going to get. So I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to try to ride it out probably for another month or so with my Crosswave, but then I think it'll be time to replace it. So thank you so much for the recommendations. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have been on this entire declutter journey with me in 2025, please leave me a comment and let me know where you guys are at in your own decluttering journey. And if this was your very first video with me, thank you so much for joining. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button, but also I will link my playlist so you can go back and see all of the videos from our declutter challenge because I give so much more information and motivation for you guys. And I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you're having the best week ever. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.